Lucy, and welcome back to my video camera, which hopefully is fixed after a 2-week absence. I'm here at Cobham Services in Chloe's Mark 1 MX-5 and some 300ZXs for the Midnight Club UK meet at Ace Café. Traffic is a nightmare today, so we're slowly waiting for the cars to arrive. Ah, lovely Toyota Chaser, who'd have thought? The most common car at car meets these days. But I've got a bit of a challenge to keep up with two 300ZXs, a Supra and a Chaser in the MX-5. I brought the wrong car again. So, welcome to the cafe. Cars are still arriving. We should have about 50 cars here tonight. A lot of Japanese, but we've got some classics here as well. But it's looking to be a good evening tonight. We've got Gio by Luke rolling in with his convoy of cars. We've got 3 Chasers in a lineup in front of the cafe and a hare in front of my new lens. So Ace Café is on the western side of the North Circular Road around London. It opened in 1938 to accommodate this new great road and the traffic, and due to it being open 24 hours, bikers loved it and it became known as a biker cafe. And air raids during World War II damaged the cafe, so it was rebuilt in 1949, and then unfortunately it was closed in 1969 for good, as far as they're aware, due to a new service station that was opened on the M1. However, it came back, as we know, and has been known as a car and bike hotspot ever since that reopening. So in 1997 it was reopened with the help of the bikers and has been here ever since. Fifth Gear even used this as a venue to host their episodes from series 10 through to 13, and that's where I first knew about Ace Café, as the venue for Fifth Gear. But I started coming here from about 2013, where car meets were probably at their peak. Saying that though, during the 90s, the late 90s through to the early noughties, that's when the max power scene was in full swing, and this was a meet-up point as well. But not just the cafe. As I found out, the roadside was used for a bit of action and content. So this road here used to be a mini roundabout. You'd come up here past the cafe, mini roundabout here, then you'd either go that way or through that way. So cars would park all the way up the road and all the way down, and then people would crowd around this roundabout to watch cars drive in a circle. But obviously things have changed since then. But let's have a look around at what's in the car park first, and then I will discuss what has happened for the better or for the worse. We'll let you decide. So I'll try to be quick. We've got Civic Type R, 33 GTR, another Civic Type R, we've got the TVR and the Max Power Fiesta next to the Evo, and an Imposter and a few Lexus barges further on. We've got the 4-door R33, we have the 2-door R33 and a Morris Minor next to a Mercedes with the beefiest body kit I've seen on one of these. And of course the middle section is interrupted by an ST because you have the lineup of JZX100 Toyota Chasers. So we've got this example with the original Labo kit next door to a pearl white example. This has been fully resprayed with JR29s and Air Ride, and then obviously the liveried pink to purple Chaser that we see at various meets. And I've only just noticed its interior matches is the exterior colours, even the steering wheel as well. This has the BN Sports body kit, this has a Vertex body kit, and this has the Origin Labo body kit. So all three different body kits on the Chasers. And then of course Evo and the trio of 300 ZXs, the two that we were driving with, and this dark red example further along. This has also just been fully resprayed, a Corsa's got in, and this is on air ride as well with a fully detailed engine bay. And then we have a little pattern. We've got Supra, S15, Supra and S15, and an R34 GTR rolling in behind the Civic Type R, and AMG has joined the party too. But obviously we're not forgetting the Cummins diesel Dodge Ram, the RX-8, who is actually a regular here, maybe even a worker here, and then Chloe's MX-5 next to the big single turbo Supra we drove with that's just had a sequential gearbox fitted as well. But the changes to the Cafe. Now, these are for the better to increase the longevity of the Cafe's existence, although a little bit about that later. So, right on the gate, we have the Public Spaces Protection Order for nuisance vehicles. All of this is prohibited in the area. Repeated sudden and rapid acceleration, racing, revving of engines or use of horns as to cause a public nuisance. I mean, I only rev my engine to cause public enjoyment, but oh well. We've got another R34 arriving, but we'll just go back to performing stunts as to cause a public nuisance again. Oh, it's the Tommy Kara R34. I have not seen this car for ages. It's been upgraded ever since. Look at that spoiler. And then you got, without lawful authority or reasonable excuse, willfully causing obstruction on a public highway, whether moving or stationary, including driving in a convoy. Convoys aren't allowed. And then any vehicle driving over footways, footpaths and verges without reasonable excuse. So talking of footways, that's one of the big changes that has happened. The footpath has doubled in size. Yes, I have a Coke. Now that was partially due to recent events that we had during 2020, 2021 to create more space, but also to kind of stop the meetings down the road. So the only bits of parking now are these 6 spaces out the front on the road. The rest of the road is all double yellows. So people have to either park in the bus stop, which isn't allowed, or on the pavement, which also is not allowed. It has happened, it can happen, but that has put a bit of a restriction to some of those kind of evening meets that get a bit too large because there's just nowhere to park anymore. So let's listen to the Tommy Kara 25R as it reverses up. Very special car, very valuable car, based on a GTT, but is GTR value. But you join me on a very noisy bridge over the North Circular Road. So this road goes all the way around London. So London's over there, and the road is a big circle. But I'm here to talk about the potential future for Ace Café. So everything that the cafe has done to preserve its future has been superb. However, the Mayor of London has something to say about that. Now, if you're not from this area, you may not know about ULEZ, the Ultra Low Emission Zone. So, everything that side of the North Circular, London and up to that barrier, is in the ULEZ zone. So to drive, you'll have to pay £12.50 for the honour. Just as soon as you enter that zone, that's £12.50. ANPR cameras have been set up around the whole roads to capture anyone doing that. Of course, Ace Café is this side, so it's fine. So all of these cars, most of which aren't ULEZ compliant, so would need to pay £12.50 to go that side, would have to do so. However, the Mayor of London is extending that area pretty much almost up to the M25, which is miles upon miles more land and includes, of course, Ace Café. That's meant to happen maybe even this summer, and there's protests about it. People are even taking down the ANPR cameras in protest. So that is going to put Ace Café at risk. If people have to pay £12.50 to get any kind of interesting car to the cafe, people aren't going to do it. So I don't know what's going to happen. I can't see this ULEZ extension happening, but I'm surprised that it's already happening that side of the North Circular. People that own like a 2003 Ford Focus would either have to pay £12.50 every single day or buy a whole new car. So let me know, what do you think the solution is? Is there a problem? What is the future for this legendary cafe? But I'm going to enjoy the rest of the evening at the cafe, and look, up there you've got ANPR cameras as well. There's another camera around there by where the roundabout used to be to catch any kind of criminal from doing dangerous activities in the cafe. So we've now got a Skyline lineup as the Tommy Kyra joins the lineup of 350Z, Civic, R33 and 34 GTR. But it's got to that time of the evening that cars are starting up, getting ready to depart. Man, these chasers look good. Right, next up, R33. White's Chaser is next, with neons. And there goes the suit. Oh, smoky. Next to the part is the LS430. Oh look, classic content. The bikers love it. He's just doing donuts where the roundabout once was. And all the 300 ZXs are leaving together as well as a trio. And then the sequential single turbo Mark IV Supra. This sounded great on the way up here. And next up, the Skylines. I'm now wearing cologne. Oh, there goes the TVR. But as you can see, the majority of the cars have left. So this might actually be my final time at Ace Café because of the ULEZ introduction. So obviously this car is ULEZ compliant, I believe, so I could drive this, but I don't think as many people will come to Ace Café. It's a bit of a shame. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. So go follow me on all my social channels for the updates, highlights and pictures that I take at these meets and more. But for now, thanks for watching. Oh, I can't find the hole.